Day 6. Understanding the fear of success. For most people, the idea that someone could be afraid of success sounds strange at first. Fear of failure is easy to understand. The possibility of losing money, making mistakes, being rejected, or falling short of expectations is something almost everyone has experienced. Success, on the other hand, is usually viewed as something desirable. It represents achievement, freedom, recognition, and the fulfillment of goals. Why would anyone fear that? Yet the fear of success is far more common than most people realize. Unlike the fear of failure, it rarely presents itself in an obvious way. Few people wake up in the morning and consciously think, "I'm afraid of becoming successful." Instead, the fear operates beneath the surface, influencing decisions, behaviors, and levels of commitment without drawing attention to itself. One of the reasons this fear remains hidden is that it is not actually success people fear. What they fear are the consequences they associate with success. For some, success represents greater responsibility. They worry that achieving more will require them to maintain higher standards or carry greater expectations. For others, success threatens their sense of familiarity. Their current identity has been shaped by years of seeing themselves in a certain way, and the idea of becoming someone different feels uncomfortable. Human beings have a natural tendency to seek consistency. We often prefer what is familiar, even when it is less desirable than what is possible. This is why people sometimes remain in situations they know are limiting. A familiar struggle can feel safer than an unfamiliar opportunity. An unsatisfying routine can feel more comfortable than the uncertainty that comes with growth. Success often requires change, and change has a way of exposing fears we did not know we had. Consider someone who has always viewed themselves as average. Throughout their life, they may have blended comfortably into the background, avoiding excessive attention and maintaining modest expectations. Then an opportunity appears that could significantly improve their circumstances. Perhaps they are offered a leadership position, the chance to start a business, or the opportunity to pursue a dream they have carried for years. Logically, they want the opportunity. Emotionally, however, something feels uncomfortable. Questions begin to emerge. What if people expect more from me? What if I cannot maintain the success? What if others become jealous? What if I change and lose the approval of those around me? These concerns may never be spoken aloud, yet they influence behavior nonetheless. Without realizing it, the individual may begin delaying decisions, creating distractions, or finding reasons not to move forward. To an outside observer, it appears as though they lack motivation. In reality, they may be struggling with an internal conflict between the life they want and the identity they have become accustomed to. Another common source of the fear of success involves relationships. Throughout life, we develop a strong desire to belong. We want acceptance from family, friends, colleagues, and the communities around us. This desire is natural and deeply rooted in human psychology. The challenge arises when a person begins to believe that success will distance them from the people they care about. Perhaps they grew up in an environment where ambition was viewed negatively. Perhaps they were taught not to stand out or draw attention to themselves. Perhaps they have witnessed successful people being criticized, judged, or resented. As a result, a hidden association begins to form. Success becomes linked to loneliness. Achievement becomes linked to rejection. Growth becomes linked to disconnection. When these associations remain unexamined, they can quietly influence behavior for years. A person may repeatedly stop short of their full potential, not because they lack ability, but because a part of them believes that success comes with a price they are unwilling to pay. There is also another aspect of success that many people overlook. Success creates visibility. When you pursue meaningful goals, more people notice your actions. Your decisions become more visible. Your strengths become more visible. Inevitably, your mistakes become more visible as well. For someone who already struggles with criticism or judgment, this increased visibility can feel threatening. Remaining unnoticed feels safer. Remaining average feels safer. Remaining where you are feels safer. Yet safety and growth rarely occupy the same space for very long. The individuals who achieve meaningful things in life eventually learn to accept a simple reality. Visibility is part of growth. Not everyone will understand your decisions. Not everyone will support your ambitions. Not everyone will agree with the direction you choose. That does not mean you are on the wrong path. It simply means you are living according to your own values, rather than the expectations of others. Perhaps the most important thing to understand about the fear of success is that it often reflects a deeper issue of self-worth. Many people carry unconscious beliefs about what they deserve. They may believe success belongs to other people. They may believe they are not intelligent enough, talented enough, or worthy enough to achieve the goals they desire. Even when opportunities appear, these beliefs create internal resistance. The mind struggles to accept outcomes that conflict with its self-image. This is why personal growth is not only about changing habits and actions. It is also about expanding your perception of what is possible for yourself. The future you want will eventually require a larger version of your current identity. You cannot consistently create results that you fundamentally believe you do not deserve. At some point, your beliefs about yourself must evolve. You must begin to see yourself as someone capable of growth, capable of learning, and capable of handling the responsibilities that come with greater success. This does not happen overnight. It develops gradually through experience. Each time you step beyond your comfort zone, you collect evidence that you are capable of more than you previously believed. Each challenge overcome expands your confidence. Each success, no matter how small, helps reshape your understanding of what is possible. The goal is not to become fearless. The goal is to stop allowing fear to make your decisions. There will always be uncertainty when pursuing something meaningful. There will always be moments where growth feels uncomfortable and the future feels unclear. The people who create extraordinary lives are not those who never experience these feelings. They are the people who continue moving forward despite them. As you continue this journey, remember that success is not something reserved for a select group of fortunate individuals. It is the result of consistent choices, sustained effort, and a willingness to grow beyond familiar limitations. If part of you feels uncomfortable with the idea of becoming more successful than you are today, do not judge yourself for it. Simply become curious. Ask what fears may be hiding beneath the surface. Ask what assumptions you have made about success. Ask whether those assumptions are helping you create the future you want. Because once those hidden fears are brought into the light, they begin to lose their influence. And when they lose their influence, your potential has more room to grow. Reflection questions. 1. What does success mean to you personally? 2. Are there any negative consequences that you associate with becoming successful? 3. Have you ever delayed or avoided an opportunity that could have improved your life? 4. What beliefs do you hold about what you deserve? 5. How might your life change if you fully embraced your potential? Daily action step. Write down 3 ways your life could improve if you achieved one of your major goals. Then write down any fears, concerns, or uncomfortable feelings that arise when you imagine that success becoming reality. Review your answers honestly and look for hidden assumptions that may be influencing your behavior. Success affirmation. I am worthy of growth, achievement, and success. I welcome new opportunities, trust my ability to handle greater responsibility, and allow myself to become the person I am capable of being.